Yeah, so you probably didn't hear me explaining that I had my laptop microphone, so that's why the sound was bad. So I can't change it while streaming, so I restarted. Oh, Mingan is from South Korea. Nice. I have been practicing and teaching Taekwondo for 23 years or so. Just out of curiosity. Here on table 3 we have top pair and flush draw. I'm just going to call. I give VK44 a chance to come along. And I have 4 outside tables, so we should get... Wow. He raises. The thing is that if our flush draw is alive, we get odds. But we block queen high flush draw, so it's really likely that either one of them has an ace high flush draw. So I'm just going to fold. And they don't have, wow. He had a set and he doesn't shove the flop, wow. That is so strange. He has a set, he has 2 pairs and a flush draw. Yeah. Oh, Mingan is a fan. Nice. Nice to have fans. Wow, this Dynamo is... Wow. I don't know why he doesn't shove it. Here we have a case of actually raising the flop. Against the Russian Rippler. And now he pots the turn. The thing is that he probably has either a better made hand or a better flush draw or both. When he pots the turn, he definitely has something. This is never a pure bluff. I'm just going to fold it. $5 a.m. and you're watching me. Now I'm... Not sure what to say. Here, Greg Buddy donks against 2 people. 1916. Yeah, I'm just going to fold. If he keeps donking those flops, it's going to show here in his donk stat. Now it's 1 out of 1. But, oh, misclick there. There's something wrong with my mouse. It doesn't often do the betting. So here, if he donks those paired boards often, it's going to show here in his donk stat pretty soon. And we can adjust. So I'm not always folding on Jack-Jack board when he donks. So if this time he had a bluff, then so be it. I'm not too worried about it. Here, Jack-7 deuce, super dry. He has raised 2 out of 5, looking pretty aggressive. I'm going to check back, because I don't want to get it in against him. Of course, we could. I'm actually going to bet, and if he raises, I'm going to make a really, really light shove. But he doesn't, so it kind of sucks. He often, or pretty much always, has a pair on the board. And now the thing is that he might easily have 2 pairs on the turn or river. So I'm going to check and hope that the river is deuce, ace, whatever. When he checks, he makes our decision easy. No reason to value bet here. And he has just pocket queens. I don't know what has happened, but in the past 2 days in Zoom below that I have played, a lot of people don't bet on paired boards. And not really sure if they do it on bluffs or value. I have seen it done as a value a lot more often. Now, this guy, this looks like a bluff. Calls the flop. When he checks the turn, I don't think he ever or often has a 7. So yeah, he might slow play as he might have a straight here, which is really unlikely. This looks like a float to me, so I'm going to make a hero call. Of course, some of the time he shows me 7, but when he checks the turn, this is so suspicious. And he has a 7 this time. He was waiting for the full house. Not sure why he didn't bet the turn. So now when he has the 7, it looks pretty stupid, but his line doesn't make sense. He gets more value by betting the turn, I think. Here on table 4, if this guy checks, I'm going to bluff this turn. No one bet the flop, though, so they shouldn't have a queen. And we have the open ender as a backup. And here we got another 3-bet from this guy. Again we call, and we flop the nuts with the redraw and the redraw. Just 2 redraws. Again he checks, again we bet. Let's see what he does this time. And he just folds, wow. Giving up pretty easily. So we are playing 4 tables here on the screen, and when you comment about the hands, please say what table number you are referring to. 1, 2 on the top, 3, 4 on the bottom, because we have around 2-minute delay, so I know what table you are talking about. On table 4 we flop the nuts. Let's see what this Nassaman does. Nothing. On the outside table we make an isolation 3-bet and river pie 4-bets. So probably he has the aces and we have a premium ace cracking hand. We call, we flop. Nothing. So we just fold. We didn't hit the flop. And here Foxnet calls. I'm going to bet the turn. And if he raises, I'm happy to fold. And he min raises, so it's probably a full house. People just don't make those plays with the bluff. So the session hasn't started in a good way today. We have lost few small pots, but we have 8 tables going on, so let's hope to get some nice action. I'm just going to close few of the outside tables. Few of them are pretty bad. On the outside table we lost the big pot, we were 60% favorite on the turn. Here money went in on the turn. A bit unlucky. We were actually ahead on the turn, but he hit his straight and the flush. So lost the first flip. Here on table 1, we got the 3, but he bets we don't flop nothing, so I just give up. When I had ace, 8, 8 on table 4, let's see it in a while. I don't want to give a free card, because if a spade comes 6, 5, 10, jack, anything can make up a straight or a flush. So I would definitely, when I have the nuts, I definitely want to bet. So if he has a set of 9s or 7s, we can stack him off. There's so many turn cards that... What's wrong with my mouse? There's so many turn cards that just kill the action. So... That's why I just bet the flop. And there's so many flush draws that I can get value from. There's no reason to slow play here. It's a single raised pot. Oh, Mingon has watched 30 to 40 videos of... Wow, that's a dedication. Hope you have learned something. What was the hand on here? Yeah, this is one of those crazy stuff that people do. This actually, it shows that Pielo has evolved a lot. He calls out of position, flop is jack 9, and he has 8-7, so pretty much he has nothing. He has auto air, and still he's calling my C bet. It's just a float, and I just don't get it. Why is he floating me? If he thinks that I miss this board often, he should definitely raise here and make me fold all kinds of overpairs. Now he just calls. When he's out of position, it means he has to check the turn. So he checks the turn. I check it, and on the river now he pots, and pretty much he's representing full house, maybe a trips. And the thing is that it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, he might have 9-6, 9-8. We have a straight, so we have the bluff catcher. Wow, nuts on the flop and slow played. Wow, strange people here today. So I decided to call. He has big aggressions. 81-33 player. So his line just didn't make sense. Of course, if he has jack 9, it makes sense, but I would assume that he raises the flop often. We actually pick up trips here on table 2, so we have 10 outs to beat the flush. So I'm going to check back the turn. If he has a flush, there's no folding equity. Then if he doesn't, we beat him. And he has the nut flush and he's low played it. And he has the nut full house on the river and he's low played it. Wow. So all in all, he got like, how much he can value? Flopping the nuts on the flop and then on the river. And because of out of position, he got 75 cents value. 3 BBs value for flop nuts and river nuts. That's why out of position sucks. And sometimes starting players think that it's not that bad to play out of position. If I play strong range, I'm going to hit them often. Of course, you're going to hit them as often in position and out of position, but this is the thing. Out of position, he flops the nuts, he rivers the nuts, and gets 3 BBs as value, because he has to be strictly out of position. That's why out of position sucks. It's so hard to get value for the hand. Oh, you're having downswing. Me too. Played 1000 hands today and 12 buy-ins under EV. So I was hoping that today we're going to run over EV a lot, but doesn't seem like that so far. And let's see what kind of tables we have here. Yeah, pretty bad. Let's going to see. We have green players on every table, so yeah, they are not that bad. Here on the outside we have 1 green. This table has died. Two green players. Yeah, we have decent tables now. Yeah, finish is easy. Isn't it? On demo 1, Foxnet bots the flop, and here comes the check raise. And now he thinks, wow, that's a bad bet size. Against 2 green players, I'm going to see the flop with this weakish hand, and we flop top pair and open ender on a rainbow board. I'm just going to bet it. And this shorty raises. When this guy just calls, I think I'm ahead of him often, so I'm just going to shove. Make him fold whatever he has. And he has a set. Well, we got lucky and our open ender got it. So, woo! Upswing! Here we hit open cut shot and a nut flush draw. I'm definitely going to bet and build up the pot in case someone is drawing the smaller flush. And we hit the nut flush, which is great, and now we just bet it. And he calls, and when the river pairs the board, I'm going to check call. Or am I? Calls the flop, calls the turn. So I think he has a flush in his range a lot, so I'm just betting. He's not going to bluff, he shouldn't have air. And he has 7 high flush. On the outside table we have 3-bet board, we have top set and open ender. Let's hope we get action, and we do get action from this guy. And now we can just shove the turn with the nuts and see if it holds up. And it does. He had 2 pairs. Wow. So we doubled up there, which is a nice thing. So let's wait to see something else going on. We just going to see if there's any better tables. I'm just going to fold the crap. Everything interesting is happening on the outside table. Flopping top set, no action, sorry. And nothing interesting. But there's a lot of green players. Wow, he pots it. Is he going to fold if I shove? I'm going to try. He shouldn't have aces with flush draw. But now he gets it. And he has just an pair aces, yeah, oh my god. That's such a bad. Like, I have the bottom of my range. And he is only 60% favorite. That was such a bad stack off from him. I'm going to put it here. That overplays their aces hugely. So next time I know I don't have to be tricky against him. Wow. I really thought I have folding equity against aces. I hear the fish calls flop and turn, so I'm just going to bet big on the river. He either has a bluff catcher or he doesn't. Wow, I'm still amazed that he insta-shoved his aces. Because that's the line that people often do with pair aces. They pot the flop, so they think no one can raise them as a bluff. And then they just fold when someone shoves. But he insta-called. Wow. That was something. I'm going to mark him as a green for now. Definitely not a good player. People are just raising us on every table. Here I'm not going to see bet against two people. They are going to have a king or ace too often. Now it kind of changes. The thing is that I represent a pocket queens probably here. So if they know, they might make a light call, but they didn't even think about it. Now we are just waiting. We had the quads on the outside table, but we couldn't get any action. Two pairs against this fish. I'm going to bet. If he raises, I'm happy to fold. But as we saw, he makes really light calls. We flop the nuts with the redraw. I want him to make a shove, so that's why I bet half a pot. Normally I wouldn't bet half a pot there. It's just a draw board, but I have seen that he just wants to gamble, double up or quit, so I give him an opportunity. But he just folds, probably missed the board completely. On table 3 we 3-bet for isolation, and it kinda sucks because now we have the super calling station. But I'm going to bet it's my only chance to win the pot, and of course he shoves. But the other option is to check and then fold when they bet the turn. So instead of just giving up, I at least try to win the pot. If he has totally missed the board, he has some high rundowns, he's going to fold. Now I have to pay attention to the outside tables for a while. I'm going to close this table 55-30. I'm going to mark him green because his VPIP is over 50. I'm going to change a few of these tables. A lot of green stuff in almost every table. Good games going on today. Now all we have to do is to hit the hand and get some action. Bear jacks, I'm just going to fold it from under the gun. And here we have a nut flush draw. It's a great hand in multi-way both, because if we get multi-way action, it's so easy to make good decisions. And we hit the set on the turn, wow. I'm actually going to bet it. Because if he raises, he has the straight and we have the odds. If he has some kind of a draw, like flush draw or jack 10 type of hand, he's not going to bet the turn. So I'm going to bet it myself to get value. Nice turn. I'm going to get Maya bet if he has the full house actually. It was such a small raise that I don't quite buy it. I'm actually going to shove. If he has 6-3, he's going to stack off. Or if he has a 3. But he insta-folds, so probably just a bluff. And here we get action from pocket tens. Wow. Wow. The chat has died. Don't know why. Please make some noise. Is there any of you are going to watch Super Bowl on Sunday? I know that none of you probably follows NFL. Now yes, he would have actually got me on the river. What was the river? King. Oh, he had pocket kings with the flush draw. Probably. Because he said that. Yeah, it makes sense. So it was a good race. Made him to fold soon to be better hand. So is any of you watching Super Bowl, and if someone is following NFL on a more regular basis, please say it to me. Foxnet has shoved earlier some kind of rundowns. We have ace on our hand, double suited, jack 10, then it's too good to fold against this guy. If he has aces, he has it, but he's shorty. And he has pocket queens. We have decent equity, but we don't hit anything. We flop the nuts. There's flush draw on the board, so I'm not going to slow bet. If the board is rainbow and this guy bets, I'm probably just calling. But now when there's a flush draw, I need to protect my hand. We have position, easy to make good decisions. If turn is a heart, he probably has the flush. And now I'm just going to bet big on the turn. And the only way he can get odds to call is some kind of combo draw. Set and flush draw, or not sure. Not anymore. If he calls with pair flush draw, it's almost impossible for him to make profit out of me. Because he needs a lot of implied odds and he's not going to get any. Yeah, Mindon is still here. Woo! That's great. If you see an interesting hand, please tell me to mark the hand so we can watch it in the end and analyze it a bit deeper. I always forget to mark the hands. So if you have a hand that you would like me to check the ranges, like how often opponent has a flush there and so on, we can definitely do. We should do it in the end, but we have to mark some hands, and I suck at marking hands. Here's a green player. Lots of fishes. VPIP 42, he is our friend. It's too high VPIP. If someone is playing 42% of the hands, we definitely have an edge on him. Because he's going to flop a lot of marginal hands. Under the can open call. I'm going to 4-bet here. I have an ace blocker and I am really often ahead of his range. So I'm going to isolate and wait for stacks. And this guy has only 40 BPs, so it's not the end of the world. And here we see if he has the aces. No, he has just a pair of jacks and we're crushing him. He almost makes the flush, but then he doesn't. So yeah, good shove. And here on table 1, no one bets the flop, no one bets the turn. I'm going to make a really small bet. To get value from straights, maybe trips, overpair sometimes. And table 3, I'm going to just call instead of 3-betting. Wow. C-bet's only 1 out of 5 and he raises, so yeah, now we are off the hand. A good thing that we didn't 3-bet if we look at the results. Because on this board we probably have to see, but we have to go pro because it's so dry board. What the hell did my opponent have here? Ace Jack. Wow. He is green. He is 141 wall. Yeah, he's aggressive one. In every hand, raising half of them. We go. Flop goes check, check. On the turn, when he checks the flop, he shouldn't have queen jack or a lot of 2 pairs of sets. We have a flush draw and the 13 out wrap, and we have even the 6 for some extra equity. So I'm going to just pot the turn, and he repots it, and this doesn't make sense. But yeah, he had ace jack with the nut flush draw, so probably the only hand that it makes sense besides pocket fours. 8 tables and nothing happening. Funny bone, can we see? Yeah, he's playing this many tables, wow. Number 1, I'm calling pre-flop. He's 27-18, so I can probably make some moves against him. But we actually flop something, so I don't want to scare him away. Now he bets the turn, and that's really bad turn card for him to barrel. So I don't think he ever has as air. He might actually have 5-7 often or set or something like that. Because when I call the flop, I have a lot of straight draws in my range, and that just hits them. So I'm actually going to fold. And here on table 2, the flush draw from the flop misses, and I don't think he's going to value bet 2 pairs. And 6 completes a wrap. If he has open ender on the flop, he's not going to have the straight. So when he bets, a lot of his range is made up by flush draws. So I'm going to check call this river. And he has set of 5s, which is really strange. It's like he has a set on a really Troy board. So he just calls the flop, probably, I would assume, to see a safe turn, which happens, and he just calls the turn. Now the thing is that if the river doesn't pair, it completes a draw. So this is a really funny way to play a set in my mind. Like, when you are most of the times ahead, you just keep the pot as small as possible, and when the draw completes, then you bet. So, really bad play from Maya Joe. At table 3 we have the overpair, but when there's bet and call, we are probably not in a good shape. And there aren't any good turn cards for us, so it's an easy fold. On table 3 I'm betting this with my blockers. Not sure if I can barrel him, but he should fold a ton on the flop. We have an inside wrap, so we have enough hand to bet. And if he folds, it's good for us. If we check back the flop, then we kinda have to hit something to win the hand. Now we don't have to hit. And he folds. Wow, VPIP 98. Wow. A lot of fishes today. It's National Fishing Day. And so many people just raising flops and potting the flops on the outside tables. I really wish we would hit something. Table 2, when he calls the flop, I'm just giving up. Because I have nothing. So the plan is to bluff the flop, and if it doesn't work, just give up. No reason to barrel in bad spots. We might have a situation on the outside tables. We flop the second nuts. And when there's a flush draw and neither one of them raises, I'm pretty sure we have the best hand. And of course, we block the ace then. So definitely bet big on the turn. And we are worried about flush completing or board pairing. But I don't think anyone just calls with the straight when there's a flush draw on the board. Ace is on table 1 against this fish. Definitely bet. If he has kings, queens, he's calling at least one bet. On table 3 we have the top pair. I'm just going to call. Thought about raising. But if he bets big here, he probably has a good hand. Half a pot I'm not too worried about. Wow, he's thinking a long time. He might be leveling me with king 10, but that doesn't look like value bet. And he had the, wow, he had a wrap, yeah. This time he had a hand. And here, wow, people are just, we have two pairs and a flush draw. So we have around, how many outs we have? We have 4 and 9, 13 outs, 26. So we have to win like $30. If we can get any implied odds, we can justify the call. And let's see, we need about $6, so I'm betting 11.5. And if he has a straight, he's going to call me. Wow, he's thinking for a long time. If he folds, I'm kind of surprised. As said, he probably raises us. And that would be a 6 spot. And he folds, wow. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a straight there. Which is kind of funny. Maybe he had blockers. Who knows? And now we just wait. If you have any topics in your mind that you would like to hear about or you want to discuss about, just be brave and say something in the chat. I'm more than happy to discuss poker. I had a mute on my microphone. I was just saying that if you have any topics in your mind you want to talk about, please say so. There's going to be a lot of times when nothing is going on the tables and I have nothing to speak about. Here's a green player. Here's a green player, wow. I don't want to leave these tables ever. Here's a green player. Here's a green. Sorry. So many green players that it hurts my eyes. Ace, queen, 6, 8. This one. Oh, how do I mark it? It's not here. Oh, it is. Wow, okay. The reason why I bet such a small bet is to if the opponent, if he has the straight, he's going to think that, okay, is my opponent going to bluff me? Wow. Well, it's a min raise. I have to call, I have the odds. So here we go. And we don't hit the... Here we have two pairs, flush draw, open-ender. Not sure what this guy is, so I'm stacking off here, and he has set of queens. We have 40%, and we don't hit it. Here on table 4, we 3-bet 2 pairs, we bet 4-bet, and we total missed the flop. We're going to lose that one. Because the thing is that if he thinks that I might have a flush draw, he doesn't know if I'm bluffing with the flush draw I missed or if I'm value betting the flush draw I have. If I bet too big, it's going to look too strong, and this guy is not a thinking player. He's not going to think that deeply that that's the main reason why I would bet big. So it's just an average poker concept that the smaller you bet, the wider the calling range usually is. If I bet there, it's hard for him to call. If I bet $5, it's easy for him to call. If I bet I'm going to bet it. And he has a flush. Wow! What the? Come on. He calls the flop with pocket jacks with 2 backdoor flushes. So he's drawing the backdoor flush that happens like 1 out of 10 times. And yeah, he hits it. That sucks. So the reason is that I have to bet small enough for him to call, as long as it's at least $6. So I don't want to bet too big, because it gives him more reason to fold his straight. Here the shorty raises. We have 2 pairs. I'm going to shove. And this time he has the set. But after we c-bet, then we only need to have like 30% equity. Of course, when he has the set, we don't, but he has a lot of draws in his range too. So beat unlucky 15 minutes, was 2 or 3 buy-ins. And as we are going to end the session in around 15 minutes, it's going to be hard to make a profitable session today. But let's see what happens. We still have time. What was I probably forgot to check my stack size with the hand. Let's see if I did. Oh, I have only $13 behind. Yeah. You're right. I thought we were deeper. I was just checking his stack size, and yeah, that's a mistake. Definitely should shove here. These $11 is really suspicious bet sizing. And again he check raises. Wow. And he checks the river. This guy is super strange. 2 pairs. Wow, he's check raising. Like that turn check raise is really bad in my opinion. I'm going to make a note out of him. Now I just wish I hit the hand against him. And now the Foxnet slow plays aces after shoving all kind of hands. Wow. This is a crazy day. On the outside table, an aggressive fish slow plays aces, pre-flop overplays post-flop, and makes runner, 2 pairs. On the outside table we've got the money in. On the flop, our hand didn't hold up, lost 1 buy-in there, aces versus open-ender and a pair. Wow, miserable day. 2 pairs on table 4 against this monkey. Let's see what he does. Looks like a raise from him. But he has to fold sometimes and he doesn't. So we are beat. No. Wow. Going the turn with just the flush draw. He's just... Well, he hasn't folded to any c-bet. So yeah, I'm opening a lot of hands that can hit somewhat hard. Because he just gives value for free. And now we wait. Doo-doo-dum-dum-dum. What should you do when you have a downswing? Well, the first thing is to identify why you're losing money. Is it because of the variance, or is it because you play bad or worse than before? So if it's the result of your playing, then do something about that. But if it's just a normal variance, then just continue playing. There's nothing you can do about the variance. Because if you just lose the flips, like today we have lost 4 out of 5 flips, nothing we can do about it. It just happens. So all we can do, we should focus on the things that we can affect, which is our decision making. When the money goes in, there's nothing we can do about the hand anymore, so the result shouldn't affect us. Here he calls the flop and turn completes the straight, and he has 7s in his range. And if he bets the river, I'm just going to fold. Hard to see 69 or 70-13 guy floating the flop and bluffing turn and river against the 3-better. We won a couple of smaller pots on the outside tables. Nothing really interesting. Downswing is kind of, especially when you're playing PLO, you have to be self-aware. Like, you know what you are as a player. Like, you know how downswing affects you. If you know that in a huge downswing you tend to play poorly, then you should have a break. Be sure that when you play, you have a fresh mind and you're playing short sessions. But if you know that downswing doesn't really affect your decision making, then just continue putting up the volume. Here Nanather called 3-7. Oh yeah, he had a straight. Here he 3-bets, we call and we flop a pair and a cut shot. Do we have a folding equity? I think we do. Against aces we are flipping, against set we are drawing. Almost dead. But he has to fold a ton. And today has been the best games probably ever in coachings when played PLO 25. So this is a memorable day. So many green players on every table, and like this Calimero is just complete freak. And people making such bad decisions all over the place. Here I make a small 3-bet. If he 4-bets, easy call. And after 3-bet, if we hit the set, we have a lot of value for the sets, because he's going to shove so lightly on 3-bet pots. Here we have the blockers, but the problem is that it's 3-bet pot. If he has any 2 pairs, he's just going to raise us. So I'm just going to draw for the flush. And the thing is that he's not folding any 2 pairs here, so I could raise and represent the straight, but it's 3-bet pot, there's not much value. I know he doesn't have a straight often. So I'm going to make one call. Like if he has 10-9 type of hand, I have equity to suck out. And he doesn't have anything. Well, he had a huge hand. Wrap and 2 flush draws, but we were 60% on the turn. what did he go with on the river? Oh my god. Minton, what's easy? You mean on the downswing? Piano will give you a lot of swings. It's going to give you a lot of upswings, it's going to give you a huge downswing. And it's going to give you such a swings that it's really hard to deal with. Because every time when you think you have seen the worst possible run, piano will give you a worse. So it's important that you know as a player how are you affected by the runs. Wow, interesting spot here. He 4-bets me. And now we hit the... Oh dear. Or did he 4-bet? I'm going to go once. Let's see what happens. Now I can't remember the actions. Wow. I have a cut shot to the straight flush, so can't fold, but if he bets the river, I have to fold. It's just the bet sizing is so weird, it really looks like what ace is. That's never a bluff. Let's see the quads. No, just one ace. Boo. So we were ahead of him on the flop. Pretty unlucky. So those small bets were plucker bets. Here we 3-bet and we hit the nuts. Let's see if someone makes a move on us. And one call. Nice. And he shoves and he has 10%. Wow. That was good. So yeah. That's often when I 3-bet, people might raise me on the flop because they think that this flop never hits my 3-bet range. That's why I really like to 3-bet with these double pairs. And so many green players that I'm going to call on table 2. And let's see if we hit some kind of nuts. Here he calls. I'm going to value bet the turn. And then on the river, we're going to check. $57.3. Wow, we're so deep. I'm just going to flat. Wow, he's so aggressive. Not going crazy with just bare aces. Minton says it's hard to keep playing when he gets sucked out every single time. Now the important thing is that did you get sucked out after the money went in, or are you overplaying your hands? Like you lose in the end, but you as a result of the downswing you tend to call too much on river. So often those downswings are good spots to have a small break from playing and focus on learning more and improving your game and yourself as a player. But as I said earlier, if you want to play PLO, you need to have a really good mental game. We flop the nuts on table 1. Let's see if someone freaks out. And they don't. Kinda sucks, because every time when we have the nuts they just fall, and when we don't they get super crazy. Like this one is wow. On table 1, when he raises pre, yeah, you don't know where that comes. It was this hand. Not sure what the question is. I'm not sure if you talk about this hand. No, you are not talking about this hand. Was it this hand? As I said always, please say my hand, because now I have no idea if you're talking about this hand or the other one. Or here, I don't think he ever has a king, so I'm going to make a call, and then I'm going to call the river. Let's see if he has a king. And we try aces. I'm going to make a c-bet on the flop, because he might have all kind of stuff, because he doesn't 4-bet. So these kind of players, they actually can open all kind of copies, and if I check, I'm just giving up here. So I like to make a small bet, c-bet, and just make him fold all kind of trash. I was trying to think, what do I do if he bets the river? But he checks, and he had aces. Wow. So often, even after 3-bet, the board is scary. It's scary to opponent. And often, if he calls me, he might have some sort of draw, or he might have bare ace-king type of hand. So his calling range has worse hand. And I just don't like to check fold after 3-bet in a heads-up pot. At least I'm trying to win the pot. Here we flop middle pair and a wrap. Let's see if we hit the hand. We have enough equity to call. We have 13 out, so definitely call. And I'm going to check call the river. And he just mucks. The problem here is that probably I should donk the river, because when I call flop turn, it's so obvious that I have the straight draw most of the times. So the only hand opponent can bet here is just total bluffs. Not sure if he should have those. 9-10 maybe. And if he has ace jack or a set, he might call us. Sucks to play out of position. And meantime, just keep asking questions. Definitely. That's why I am here. If the idea is just showing me playing poker, we can do just videos. But the idea of these coachings is that we can be interactive. You have the opportunity to ask me questions and create discussion. Oh, we have played 1.5 hours now. I got carried away because the games are so good. 16-5 pre-flop. Yeah, it should be strong. But the thing is that those players actually have a lot of... They might think, like, in that hand he had ace queen 6-7 rainbow or something like that, or whatever he had. So sometimes when they wait enough, they are just opening all kind of trash. And he's such a passive player that he's just going to fold a lot of weak hands. So normally in a heads up pot, I really like to see bet unless there's a really good reason of not to. And here he bets $1. We have the top pair, and all the draws from the flop miss. So I have to call. And he shows me a set of threes. Wow, this is just... I really don't get it. He has the set. And this is what happened before. He gets the perfect turn card and he just slow plays on the river when he doesn't have the nuts anymore. Then he makes the bet. And this is just a horrible way of playing the set. Like, why you play pocket threes if you are not happy to hit the set? Like 75% of the time on the river he doesn't have the nuts. There's straight or flush possibility on the river. Unless the board pairs. There isn't a run out that doesn't complete the straight. So slow playing sets on this board is just a horrible mistake, unless he knows that I'm super aggressive. But we have only 10 hands, so he doesn't know it. Triple aces. Yay. Now, someone asked about the ranges on the hand that I marked. So please, I'm going to open it soon if there's reason. What kind of ranges do you mean? And here on demo 3, I'm going to see bet. He has a lot of draws in his range. And let's see the river. River is a blank. And now he can bluff pretty much all his misdraws, but his river aggression is 0, so if he bets, I'm tend to believe he has a hand. And here he has pretty much nothing. What he even had. He had a cut shot and then high flush draw. Alright. Here I make an isolation 3-bet and I flop the open in the middle pair backdoor flush draw. I don't want to be check raised. So I'm checking here. And now turn is a great. And no one believes I have a hand. Wow. Do we take a huge flip with this maniac? I think we can do it. When he waits, he doesn't have a full house, so we should be in decent shape. And he had the full house. Damn. Wow, he had a huge hand on the flop. Pretty unlucky to hit the full house versus trips in 3-bet pot, but that happens. So hard to make money today. Nuts on table 3. No action. Wow. So he didn't have anything. Grease player that bluffs. Wow. It's so hard to close the tables because there's so many crazy players on the tables. Reason to open against 3 limpers. Well, aces with the nut suit is strong hand, and if I hit something I want to create a big pot. And when there's an impers, they are passive players, so I'm not too worried about that they're going to raise me lively on the flop. So often on the flop, I can decide if I value bet or not, and at least I give someone an opportunity to limp re-raise kings that these bad players might be doing. We have a huge flip coming up here. Now we only hope that no one has 5, 6, 7. And they don't. So now we see if we hit it, and we don't hit our straight. 36% on the flop 3-way when there's already a lot of money in the pot, so it's good. Here the crease player bets. And last time he had nothing. But now he raises, so I'm going to get out of the way. Definitely we are not making a profit because we have lost so many buy-ins lately. EV might be profitable, not sure even about that, but our profits are definitely not positive. Number 3, if Magnot had bet the river. Probably. As I was saying, the only reason why I wouldn't be sure because his river accuracy is 0 out of 4. So that's the main reason. But the thing is that all the draws from the flop is, of course, there's no straight possibility on the river, so he can, or he could value bet king 7, king 10. Not sure. But he didn't bet, which saved me the decision making. But if he bets the river, I really wouldn't be sure, because depends on the bet size. But it's going to be close. If he bets big, then I'm definitely folding. Kings and deuces on table 2. Totally missed the flop, but I'm going to value bet. We have overpair, some folding equity, and the calling range has a lot of worse hands. Top 2 on table 3. Wow. First raise in 131 hands. We block kings and eights. Really hard to see that we are in a good shape often. This really looks like a pocket kings. I'm going to mark this one as an aggressive. He's just folding 13% to c-bet, so he's just floating on most of the boards. So against this kind of player, when we hit the hand, we have to give him a room to make something stupid. Wow. And he doesn't have the hand. Wow, neither one of them does. And what did he have? Wow, gut shot and a flush draw. Wow, wow, wow. Nothing going on. So I'm probably going to close the session in orbit or two. People are just getting money in and neither one has aces. On the outside table there were people shoving 200 PP stacks and neither one had aces, and I wish that happened with me too. And if you want to estimate the results for today, feel free. This guy has 3-bet twice and neither one of them has been aces. Now he cold calls, so not sure there's enough reason to 4-bet. So just call and see the flop. Kind of tempted to check raise him. We have 2 overbets, 2 backdoor flush, and he shouldn't have a 3 in his hand. And we know that his 3-betting range is made of all kind of crappy rundowns, so we should have an insane folding equity here. And it worked. On table 1 I isolate 3-bet. Here we have, let's see if we get, and we have got the money in a real good shape. 65%. Didn't hit it today. So yeah, another lost flip. He called $30 on the turn with top pair and cut shot when we have potted the flop with 4-way in 3-bet pot. Wow. Well, he's a queen. Another spot, it's a 3-bet pot. Let's see if we get action. We have middle pair, cut shot and not flush draw. So if he raises, we are definitely getting it in. And he's thinking for a long time. And not going to show that one. Another one, we have 3-bet, we flop. No one should have a jack 10 or jack 4. And he has trips. And he makes the full house on the river. We lost that one too. Oh my god. 80% on the turn. Didn't hold up. So definitely not the lucky day for us. Meantime, we have just lost 3 buy-ins while being ahead when the money goes in. So we are definitely not making profit today. I would say minus 1 to 200. Here we open and really aggressive guy 3 bets we have pocket queens, enough showdown value to stack off. And he has kings, which sucks. One of the hands we don't want to see. Only 31% pre-flop. So I think that before we bust the whole bankroll, it's time to close this session. I can't remember who wanted me to review the hand I marked, but I asked what kind of review, what about ranges, but I didn't get an answer, so I have no idea what to look there. So I'm just going to let's sit out on the next big blind and gather up for the losses. Let's take a few of these tables where something is going on. So many good opponents that it's shame that we have to close the session, but have to go to sleep and folds only 25%. Well, let's give him an opportunity to fold. And of course he raises us. So many green players on the tables, but oh man, we have been facing aggression today. People have raised me from left and right the whole day. Except when I have had the hand. If minus 50, that would be pretty good. We have won 2 flips and 1 buy-in when we were 80% favorite, and then we have lost everything else. Ooh, I'm scared to check the graph. Oh dear, I checked the graph. PLO as its best. The graph is here. As I said, I run 12 buy-ins under EV for today. So I thought that we would run good today. This is minus 8 buy-ins under EV, so as a total I have played 1,800 hands today and I'm 20 buy-ins under EV. So that's variance for you. That's PLO. It's kinda sick, but not much to do. Why isn't it showing it? What's wrong? All games. Oh, it's over midnight. Here's the graph for today. Kaboom! The last hour has been pretty miserable, and especially the last 20 minutes has been pretty miserable, but yeah, I put it on YouTube this session, and well, that kind of sucks. 2,500, so we're back to the bankroll of not much, but nothing I can do about it. lost all the flips. So we will see you on Friday when we have the Finnish PLO evening. As I said, we were supposed to play PLO 50 on Friday, but with this 2,500 10 buy-in loss, we are going to play PLO 10 or 25, not sure, because even our Finnish bankroll is under 200 now, probably. So, pretty miserable day, both for you and for me. But let's hope the Friday is a better one. Now let's go to enjoy the night and continue on Friday. This was Poker Mania's free PLO coaching, and if you're watching it on the YouTube and you are not a member of Poker Mania, please join today. We have the best community in the world. Now, bye bye. Let's watch the intro video.